Hey, hi, hello to YouTube local transport Zach again. Second vlog of the day. What have you done to deserve that? Seeing my face again. Okay, so I did say that I'd show you my chest when I got home. So I'm home, and I already changed the dressings. Didn't get a chance to film whilst doing that. It was just, you know, it's too tricky to try and change dressings and film at the same time. But I can show you what the dressings currently look like. So in my last video, my last video with my shirt off, I showed you what the plasters looked like and the bruising that I had. So I will do that again, essentially. So I'm now 10 days post-op. I had the surgery on the 20th of March, and today is the 30th of March, so exactly 10 days post-op. And this is what I currently have here. So left-hand side, you can see this longer plaster that runs all the way around the side to the front of my chest. So the incision, you can see where that is, it's along there. And I feel quite happy with the incisions because they're slim, they're tidy, they're quite tight. So I'm happy with that, you know. I've not really seen it with the steri strips off, but from what I've seen so far, it's really nice, tidy work. Well done to the surgeons is all I can say. I had nothing to do with that. I've been careful not to overstretch. Occasionally I overdo it and lift things or stretch a certain way, but I'm trying to minimize the stretching and keep the stitches and the incisions to a minimum. So again, here, under here is my nipple, same with this one, and you can see, so this area here is that section that I was telling you about in the vlog whilst I was out walking, the section that I don't like. That bit there. It's not perfect, and that's essentially my problem. My thought is that cis guys won't have that. So, I might heal. So this down here is still that purple Sharpie, and I have where the drain was here and the incision. You can just about see the vertical line there. I don't know if I'll film again tomorrow, but maybe I'll take a picture of my nipples next time I change the dressing. So I think that's it. Again, we've got two nipples here and here with the incisions underneath and the vertical. So I went to Kettering General Hospital again yesterday, the 29th, where the nurse, Alison, lovely person, she changed my plasters over from the plastic ones to these, cleaned it all up, showed me how to do that myself, and also gave me some eye ointment, which I have to apply to the nipple once or twice a day, which just keeps it from going septic. That basically is what that does. Stings a little bit when you put it on, which I think is a good sign. It means I can still feel and I've still got sensation. She did run through with me again just to remind me that it is not 100% for certain that the grafts will take and stay alive. She saw them initially when she took the plasters off, before my mum was in the room. And I saw her eyes sort of light up, and I saw your little light bulb moment, because when my mum came in, my mum is darker than me, and so Alison, the nurse, she said that my nipples looked very dark, and that she sort of said was an indication that my nipple grafts may not take, because they were free nipple grafts. So they removed the whole nipple, moved and positioned it and reattached it. So she said they were dark, and that them being so dark was an indication perhaps that they were dying. But then when she saw my mum, she saw that, okay, I'm a darker skin tone and not necessarily fully white, so naturally my pigmentation is slightly darker, and so perhaps my nipples are just naturally quite dark, and when the scarring heals and fades a bit, my nipples will still remain darker than some other people's nipples. So when she took off the dressing, she took off the sponges which were covering my nipples with the sutures going through it to help the grafting process. So I no longer have the sponges on there, just everything you can see is just all that's there. There's nothing underneath, it's just the steri strips and the plasters. The reason that I have this one here is because, if you remember from my last video, I had some bruising and swelling, and they said that might bleed, and also the scarring on this left hand side is slightly more raw and fresh looking compared to the one on the right. But I've had very little bleeding, and yeah, my nipples are still really ugly, but you know, time, we'll see. Okay, thanks for watching, I'll see you next time, bye!